Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James.
Ninetailedbrush.
And today we're going to be watching The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5. So, we just left off with Mando leaving the home planet that we like, with Cara Dune and everybody there, and we finally returned to I guess the main story, really, for the first time this season.
Yeah. It looked like a side story, but it was actually...
They tricked us.
progressing the plot.
So we saw those weird troops.
Yeah, at the end
armor,
there.
something.
And then we know
and
that...
then we got huge leaps in, like, science experiments on Baby Yoda about the Force. Something to do with, like, M-count, midichlorians.
Yeah, I mean, now we kind of know what they need Baby Yoda for, why they're going after him. Kind of.
And then we got still a few of the, like... We still got Ahsoka, is up in the air for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
We still got Boba, which is kind of up in the air for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of just threw those out at the beginning, and we're kind of like, okay.
I mean, I said last episode was probably going to be the warm-up episode. That's what I said.
Okay.
So I'm thinking this might be, like, kind of a...
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, we'll see. Maybe we'll get that Boba Fett Ahsoka Tano face-off. Who knows? Dude. or wild theory, maybe it wasn't Boba Fett that we saw.
Okay, that's a lie. That's gotta be a lie.
I tried.
Come on.
That would have been such a hype troll, though, if they'd been like, really? It's Rex.
Well, I mean, honestly, I could take Rex or Boba.
Right. But yeah. Anyway, as always, full-length reaction is going to be up on our Patreon. Next week's reaction, episode 6, is going to be up on our Patreon. If you're new here, welcome. We're going to be watching Book of Boba Fett immediately after Season 2. We have been watching Rebels on the side here, so don't worry. We're caught up on everything we need to be caught up on. And yeah, let's just get into The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5. Alright guys, welcome to the full-length reaction of The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5. We're watching this one on Disney+. I'm just going to give you guys a quick countdown here.
It is not helpless. Its species can move objects with its mind.
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite of helpless.
I like how he says it's species. Like, he thinks it's, like, only, right?
Well, he doesn't know.
No, yeah, but that's cool.
And even them talking about the Jedi, like, oh, take him to his kind. And it's like, well, he's not.
The wizards?
Yeah.
They killed Jedi, right? That's what they trained to kind of do.
The Mandalorians? Back in the day, yeah.
But it's funny that now he's helping like a Jedi, right? Basically.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
There you will find Ahsoka Tano. Tell her you were sent by Bo-Katan.
Is this a hint to the episode? Please be a hint to the episode. What is this? I like the armor. The armor looks kind of cool.
The whole setup is awesome. It looks like a medieval town.
This feels very Asian inspired.
Yeah, it is, with the gong and everything.
Yeah.
And the walls.
What?
Oh! Oh yeah, baby! Oh.
Whoa!
Get wrecked. Oh! She just disappears.
Why is she attacking this place?
Isn't that awesome?
I like this song. It's sort of stealthy.
It's like a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's just the coolest thing ever.
Show yourself.
Okay, why do I have to listen to you?
She knows what a Jedi is.
That's true.
Doesn't she look so awesome?
How many lives is the knowledge I possess worth to you? 1. They already suffer under your rule. Surrender, or face the consequences.
Okay.
You have 1 day to decide.
We will be ready when she returns.
That's a lie.
The place that detected a beacon.
By the way, Dave Filoni is directing this episode.
Oh.
Not to get you hyped or anything, but
I'll talk more about the beginning scene after.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I mean, because we got to talk about how she compares and everything.
Hey, be a little careful.
He wants it. He just whoop the whole shit. That's really accurate, though. Actually, like that actually shows even more skill.
Yeah, it's like, you know, like I feel like Mace Windu and stuff, like they had like a lot of strength. They could like use it, but like at this age,
and
like, for him to do that amount of stuff, like it's kind of, that's not normal for sure. Come on, Baby Yoda, you gotta listen.
Not much to see out here.
Do you not see the giant dinosaurs? That's kind of dope, dude.
Let's head into town.
Can't be seeing that on every planet, like.
Pick up a lead.
I like this shot. This like
yes, it's so epic.
Please do not speak to them or to any of us. Look, I just need to know. The magistrate wants to see you.
So it's kind of like a hardcore planet.
interesting. Okay. So they like kind of took over. It feels.
It seems like. I mean, the people seem really like beaten down almost.
Yeah,
like, they're like scared. Jeez.
I mean,
It's hardcore.
We haven't seen anything kind of like this before.
No. Very Asian inspired.
Oh yeah.
But also, dude.
I like the contrast.
I love it.
That's cool.
The air looks clearer. Almost.
Yeah.
I have a proposition that may interest you.
My price is high.
I want you to kill her.
Okay.
That's a difficult task.
One that you are well suited for.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I are the ancient enemy of
We were just talking about this.
My price is high.
What do you make of this?
Beskar? Is it?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know why else.
Yeah, a spear, right?
Is that a way to tell? That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
A scar,
Dude.
like your armor.
Where do I find this Jedi? What is that thing? I keep it around for luck.
Okay.
Good cover.
You're gonna need it where you're headed.
So it doesn't seem like they were told anything by the Empire or what's left.
It
of
seems like an interplanetary conflict, except for the fact we don't know what Ahsoka was after. She wants info.
False alarm.
Ooh! Whoa! Oh, dang.
Ahsoka Tano. Bo-Katan sent me. We need to talk.
I hope it's about her.
I'm sorry, that's like the coolest 5 seconds of Star Wars we've ever gotten in our lives.
Grogu and I can feel each other's thoughts.
Well,
Grogu?
Okay, his name is Baby Yoda.
well, they're clearly communicating somehow. So
That's his name?
Grogu.
He was raised at the Jedi Temple in Coruscant. Many masters trained him over the
Because he's 50 years old.
At the end of the Clone Wars, when the Empire rose to power, he was hidden. Someone took him from the temple.
Okay.
Then his memory becomes dark. He seemed lost.
So what the heck does that mean?
Only known one other being like this. A wise Jedi Master named Yoda. Can he still wield the Force?
You mean his powers?
Dude, I don't know this stuff, okay?
The Jedi Order fell a long time ago.
So did the Empire, yet it still hunts him. He needs your
That's
help.
true.
Yeah? It's so cool saying so he's the Force.
Return the stone to me, Grogu.
Come on, dude.
He doesn't understand.
He does.
What?
I don't know.
I mean, we've seen him do it when he wants something, right?
Yeah, so, yeah.
Sense much fear in you.
I mean, if he's lived through all that,
He's hidden his abilities to survive over the years. Let's try something else. Come over here.
All right, kid.
full dad.
Grogu.
Come on, Grogu.
Grogu. Do you want this? Good job, kid.
I like how he's getting into it, dude.
Yes.
He's formed a strong attachment to you.
Oh man, he's basically his dad.
Yeah, basically.
You've seen what he can do.
His attachment to you makes him vulnerable to his fears.
Okay.
His anger.
All the more reason to train him.
No. I've seen what such feelings can do to a fully trained Jedi Knight. To the best of us. Better to let his abilities fade.
Interesting.
Delayed too long. I must get back to the village.
And I'll help you with your problem. If you see to it that Grogu is properly trained.
That's interesting, though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
of course she's affected by it, knowing Anakin and Vader and seeing what happened and everything.
But don't underestimate the magistrate either.
Who is she? She offered me
Yeah.
a staff of pure Beskar to kill you.
Yeah.
Morgan Elspeth. During the Clone Wars, her people were massacred. She survived and let her anger fuel an industry which helped her.
Oh.
She plundered worlds, destroying them in the process.
A Mandalorian and a Jedi? They'll never see it coming.
True.
Yeah, so you're right. I mean, she's got some connections, at least to the old Empire.
Okay, yeah.
Which I like. It feels so real. It's like, you know, politicians and businessmen, they're all like kind of working together. It's so freaking cool. Ooh.
Whoa! You're really... Dang.
The Ahsoka theme.
Your bounty hunter failed. Tell me what I want to know. Where is your master?
What kind of master are we talking about, though?
Yeah. I mean, anytime I hear master, I always think like Sith, right?
Of course.
But I mean, she doesn't look like a Jedi. Like, I mean, like a Sith apprentice.
She could be. Oh! I keep forgetting he has the jetpack.
Dude, that guy was about to go in.
Yeah.
Try to go and help. That's kind of crazy.
I'm so done.
I mean, honestly, guys, come on. Like,
Oh, one of those loath cats. That was so cool. They kind of remind me of those Imperial droids from Rogue One, don't they?
yeah. Except for smaller.
Yeah. But the face.
What
It's like
the
a
heck
shotgun.
is that?
Oof. Oh, that's how those droids do. It's the most Western thing ever with the freaking shotgun.
So you're through with the Jedi? Looks that way.
Yeah, you can't tell? Go on. It's obvious. She gonna fight with the spear.
Is this not like straight out of Kill Bill or something?
Yeah. Oh snap!
Her lightsabers are so cool.
It's Musashi versus Kojiro again. It's the duel versus the one. Dang.
But let's also acknowledge that fact. Whoever this lady is, she's holding her own against a Jedi.
To an extent.
I had no quarrel with you, Mandalorian. That's far enough.
Ooh.
Does he want to save her, basically? Hey, it's...
He's going back in.
Yeah.
Whoa. Ooh.
I don't know. Watch.
Do we trust this guy?
I don't know. Yeah. Man.
Oh. Get out of here.
Oh.
Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?
Okay, so he's making... Well, I don't know if he's making an appearance, but like...
Belongs with the Mandalorian.
That's just such a cool shot.
Back at the ship. Wait here. I'll go get him.
So is the plan currently that he wants to leave him here?
I think so, because she said she would train him. That was the agreement.
Is he really going to, though? I feel like she... And clearly...
I mean, they have a connection.
Yeah. And both of them...
I cannot train him.
You made me a promise, and I held up my end.
There is one possibility. Go to the planet Typhon. There you will find the ancient ruins of a temple that has a strong connection to the Force. Then Grogu may choose his path. If he reaches out through the Force, there's a chance a Jedi may sense his presence and come searching for him.
Thank you.
May the Force be with you.
Dude, we heard it. Dude, the Liku like blowing in the wind. I mean, one of the literally coolest things ever as a Star Wars fan to see in the world. Like just hands down.
I mean, it was just so awesome. You know, seeing Ahsoka, it's like...
What'd you think, live action?
I mean, I really like her.
What'd you think of the casting?
Yeah.
I thought it was all on point.
She feels like a little bit of a more mature... like an older Ahsoka, right? She feels like that.
Which I thought was because they didn't bring back Ashley Eckstein, I think, the voice actress is, because she looks so different.
Yeah.
You know, unlike Bo-Katan. But I thought who they cast, Rosario Dawson, I thought she sounded very similar.
Yeah.
I thought it felt like a more mature version.
Yeah. And it's just so awesome to see Ahsoka again. You know, like...
And live action, she's so cool.
Yeah, it's just so sick. And then obviously her signature lightsabers.
But seeing the white lightsabers, we've never seen that before.
Yeah. And then just just the way that she sort of like, I don't know, was kind of sneaking around in the beginning.
It's the coolest opening ever.
Because I feel like it gives that sort of like, that sort of mystical feel that you always get with the Jedi. You know, they're always like they wear their cloaks and stuff. You see them, and then they pull the Batman, and they're gone.
Well, even her, like, she just disappears into the smoke after she makes her, like, challenge.
Yeah, and so it's really well, like, directed, right? I like the camera angles that they were showing. I like the like the little things like the smoke and it, you know, just her. You could only see.
Well, and they had practical lightsabers, and you can tell because you see the light interaction, which I think adds. I know it's a subtle thing, but like when she draws that lightsaber and it like lights up her face, that looks so good.
No, yeah, for sure. No, yeah, and then another interesting thing. Well, I mean, I'm gonna go off the smaller things first. Like I like the Asian sort of inspired design of this place.
This whole episode, it's one of my favorite episodes in the whole show, hands down.
Very interesting.
So cool.
It's it's Asian inspired, but it's got that sort of like space twist to it. And then the soldiers look really interesting. It kind of reminded me of like a little bit steampunk, diesel punk.
Yes, and it was almost like everything is so polluted that they needed like the gas mask
or something.
Yeah, you know,
it's cool. It's an interesting design. I liked it. And then that last sort of fight with the whole. You know, the garden behind, the water reflecting.
It is straight out of freaking. It's like Kill Bill versus what's her name in the finale, Kill Bill, and that is inspired by actual Japanese film. So you know, but it just brought me back to a Tarantino movie. Like I was waiting for the little fountain thing to be going up and down.
Dude, even the weapons. It's like, it's the dual wield versus the single. I mean, it wasn't a spear, but you know what I'm saying, right?
No, yeah.
But no, that was really cool. That was really a really well done fight sequence. And then another little thing was I like how Mando kind of showcased his skills a little this episode, right? His draw is pretty quick, and he's always aware. So it's cool.
I think that whole finale to me is like it's the epitome of Star Wars. You have this samurai battle going on, and you have this Western and like literally that is Star Wars to the T.
That's so cool.
But even when facing off with her, just like a tiny bit, you're like, that's good. Like you just get a little taste.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was meant to be a callback or not, but I took it as a callback when he wraps her arms up. It's freaking exactly like Boba Fett does in Return of the Jedi to Luke.
Yes. No, yeah. I mean, they have the same like weapons and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, no, it's cool, and I like that short little fight between them two. It felt really cool because it was like all of them kind of utilized their stuff well, right? It was like they were both experienced, and if they fought, it would be a really good fight.
And it's cool because it almost places Mando in the Star Wars universe now, as far as like power scale.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I kind of have a really good vibe of where he is now, and I feel like he kind of could take on a Jedi. Maybe not Ahsoka, but he could take on a Jedi.
Yeah, I feel like he could, but we haven't ever gotten that yet, right? So it's cool to see that. And then, getting a little deeper here, it's like...
Huge plot stuff. Yeah,
so clearly there's something. Baby Yoda is already affiliated with the Jedi Council and things like that. They like the whole Jedi everything, right? He was on Coruscant. He's been trained.
But then he like had amnesia almost.
Well, I don't think he had amnesia, but it's almost like. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess there's a blank spot.
It's weird. I think there's like. And I'm actually talking because I don't know, right? Like this is where because some of these things I do know, but like this is like I don't know. I'm just theorizing. I feel like there's room for maybe it's just the way she phrased it, but the way she phrases it as like a dark spot. There's a part of me that's like, is it like forced amnesia? Like, is it not him? Like, is it like Anakin or Vader? I guess it would be, or Palpatine or something, right? Because like, who took him from the temple? And I don't know, when I heard dark, I immediately was like Sith, like, or even just an Inquisitor. Like, is there some like something else happening here, and they're trying to like trick us by being like, oh, he just forgot. I don't know. I just kind of a theory.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. For me personally, I didn't think that right away. I was just thinking like, I mean, I don't know. It could be like trauma or something, or he was in a coma, like something medical or something because they were doing the whole experiment on him.
Oh, that's true.
I'm not sure. That's just what I thought when I first heard it, but the information before that whole amnesia dark spot gives us a little bit of a just a little more, I don't know, insight as to like how he can do these things, right? So
yeah,
now it's like, okay, it's not like he was born with this skill, which would be kind of crazy, insane, and like scary, right?
Yeah,
because like it's like what, you didn't train with anyone, you're just like all of a sudden imagine if you train, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Well, yeah,
it's
like he has a high M count, but like freaking that's like past chosen one levels.
Yeah,
if you're like
how are you
doing the force
already, right?
Yeah.
But he's been alive for a while. He's already been trained and stuff. So now it's like, okay, now I get it. It's starting to get a little more like, how should I say, not as like godlike or like,
but still very mysterious. I like it. It doesn't feel like they're retconning where like they came up with an idea and then they forgot. But it's like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's starting to make more sense now.
Yeah,
okay, it's starting to clear up. And then it's interesting to see Ahsoka's sort of her decision as far as like, or at least what was kind of guiding her decisions as far as like taking him in and whether he should follow the path of being a Force user or Jedi or whatever you want to call it or not, right?
And it's interesting that I feel like any other Jedi would have been like, hey, I'm gonna, even if they literally had experienced the same thing with Anakin, they would have said, I'm going to train him. But because it's Ahsoka and because she
saw
and did what she did, right? She's like kind of her own, like she sees the corruption in the Jedi Order. And I think that just felt so in character where she was like, look, I don't trust myself. I don't trust that fear. And also it's like, he needs to choose. You guys have a connection. And to break that with how strong he is at the Force could be detrimental.
Yeah. No, for sure.
I don't know. That's just so consistent.
It's just interesting to see that, yeah, I mean, it just feels like, the stuff from the previous series and all that has affected her. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like...
Which I love. I love that. I love that you can tell that in a single line.
Yeah, I like that you can introduce that, because, like, I feel like you could just show Ahsoka and everyone would be like, oh, cool. But, like, the fact that she is truly Ahsoka, is because of those moments.
Yeah.
And then I also, another small thing, but I thought that Jin or Din, which one was it? Din Djarin?
Yeah, Din Djarin.
I feel like Din's line about like, because Ahsoka said the Jedi Council is basically gone, right? It's been gone for a while. And then his whole response of like, yeah, the Empire's been gone too, technically, but they're still here, right? It's a cool sort of line because it's like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like saying like, okay, I mean, Ahsoka, I guess you're technically not a Jedi, but if we kind of boil it down, you are a Jedi.
Well,
right?
Also, that's like deleting a tweet on the internet. It's like, dude, the galaxy is so huge. Your tweet's out there somewhere. It is. And just there are people somewhere.
Just because there's not an official congregation of whatever, right, does not mean that they don't exist.
That's true too.
Right? It kind of feels like that, which is cool. It's like, okay, you might, the official word on the street might be they're gone, but like,
I mean, heck, the Mandalore is gone.
The effects are still here and they're still going, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. And then
we got the Thrawn name drop, which is
yeah.
Now keep in mind as well, Ahsoka has her own show. We know that now.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's kind of big.
Yeah.
And that could play into Mando, or it could play into what a lot of people kind of are thinking is they're gonna kind of do almost like the MCU maybe. Where it's like maybe he's gonna pop up and he'll be like the Thanos, and so then maybe we'll have kind of like an Avengers Assemble with a few of these other shows and Ahsoka and Mando and.
Okay. I'm wondering what. Yeah, is he going to be?
Well, is he Moff Gideon's boss?
I'm not sure. Like, what is his? So if he so let's say he lived, and then he comes back. What is his? Is he gonna go?
He's Grand Admiral. He's way outranks everyone else that we see.
Yeah,
he's like up there with Grand Moff Tarkin.
But to me, I'm just wondering, like, is he like part? Are they all part of the same group, or are they doing their separate things? Right? That's what I'm wondering, because it's like
that could be really interesting too, dealing with like these like factions fighting with each other, kind of.
Yeah, because the biggest thing to me was like they didn't seem associated at all with the whole M count experiment of Baby Yoda integrating whatever.
No,
right?
They didn't.
Otherwise, I feel like if they saw Baby Yoda, there would have been some sort of like reporting thing of like, hey, we saw the kid or something, right?
Yeah.
So, and the fact that I forgot what her name was, the lady in the episode, right? The one that Ahsoka faced off with.
Yeah.
The fact that Ahsoka is saying that Thrawn is the boss of
her master.
Or her master, right? Yeah. It's like, okay, well, it makes it feel a lot more like...
It almost feels like a cult.
It feels individual, like separate from Moff Gideon's group, almost.
That's true. Now, I mean, here's my thought. Who has more power? Because, I mean, look, Moff Gideon's got some troops, obviously. He's got maybe his special troops, too. But I would argue, if you're still in bed with the business people, the industry of the galaxy, I feel like you have more pull. Now, we don't know. This is our first mention of Thrawn, but, like, it's Thrawn, so I feel like he could kick Moff Gideon's butt because he's Thrawn. But B, maybe he's being smarter about it, where it's like he really is in the shadows.
That could be.
Moff Gideon's being a little out there, and it's like, oh, he's going to be smart and in the shadows and control business and industry and make some money and then be like, bam, oh, I'm going to blockade this. I'm not going to supply you here. Stop me.
Yeah, I mean, that could very well happen.
Which makes sense. Like, that's good and calculated and smart. And so, in theory, he could just have more control. Because, I don't know, Moff Gideon, you're right a little bit sometimes where you're like, dude, the Empire's kind of out there.
Yeah,
like,
I mean...
we're in the Outer Rim and stuff, but, like, Stormtroopers are straight up doing stuff, whereas this feels a lot more hidden. And in the shadows.
No, yeah, you don't hear anyone. I mean, right? We heard the X-Wing fighter pilot last time was like, hey, between you and me, stuff is clearly going on here. And I feel like that could be a very common, I feel like thought amongst like the people who have like interacted with these events, right? It's like, oh, well, clearly something's going on. Whereas I haven't heard anything about Thrawn. This is the first time, and
even Ahsoka doesn't totally know.
Yeah, and we don't even know what he's doing, right? We've only heard his name.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, but clearly he's there unless they're lying. And if
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think they would hype fans like that.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And so he's there, but we have no idea. We have no hints as to anything, right? We just know that he's there.
We just know that he's there. So it's just cool. It's very exciting. I love Thrawn. Thrawn is the best part of Rebels, in my opinion, hands down.
Thrawn was, to me, like finally like a good, like a really
Imperial
good
guy.
Yeah,
because like Grand Moff Tarkin is he's iconic, but he's I can't even describe it. He's just very Grand Moff Tarkin. He's iconic in his own sort of way, but there's something about Thrawn that I feel like was more villainous or something, and his character is interesting,
calculated and stuff.
Yeah, and kind of his motives and like kind of fighting for that power. It's cool.
Yeah, no, he was really good.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we're getting into territory where it's like I don't even know what's happening at this point. Theories are going up in the air.
I guess we're taking Baby Yoda.
So we have to take him to like a Jedi shrine and see,
let him choose
if he will send out a beacon
or not. Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. And yeah, so thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. As always, the full-length reaction is going to be up on our Patreon. Next week's reaction, episode 6, is also going to be up on our Patreon if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. And yeah, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you stick around, like, subscribe. We got tons of other Star Wars content coming. We have tons of other Star Wars content on the channel already. And it'd be awesome if you stuck around. So yeah, thank you for joining us here. Thank you for watching, and we will see you all in the next video.